Yes, this is Bonnie, and I'm from St Thomas, and I have met this lady in England, and she go to school with my mom, and it's really shocking to find someone that's cool with my mom in St Thomas and know about my mom background. So her name is Mother Mac. Mother Mac, how are you?
I'm fine.
You're fine.
Yeah.
And how old are you, Mother Mac?
Huh?
How old are you?
94.
94. So you're a bit younger than my mom because my mom is in her 80s.
94.
94.
Yes.
Wow. So, how did you know my mom?
We go to school together. Go to Cedar Valley School together.
In St. Thomas?
Yeah. Your mom, her sister, and her brother. We all go to Cedar Valley School together.
Okay.
That Andrew.
And where were you living? Because my mom was living in Mangoro. So where were you living?
In Mount Vernon.
You were living
about 4 miles from Mangoro.
Because Mount Vernon, you have Maley. You wasn't living in Maley.
No, not that side. Not that side of Mount Vernon.
Right. So you was living more to Mangoro side.
That's it. That's
Right.
it. Road to
So we
Mangoro.
have this place that we call Office.
Yeah?
We have this place that we call Office of Mount Vernon, near to Belly Clay.
Uh-huh.
So you was living up that side?
Yes, bypass.
Okay.
Bypass Belly Clay.
Right.
Belly Clay, when we go into school, you go down that road.
Okay,
Go
okay.
left
Right.
to go to Belly Clay. And you keep on the right to go to Mangoro, then Bethel, then Cedar Valley.
Okay, so the question I want to ask you, Mangoro school is further, Cedar Valley School is further than Mount Vernon School. So why you never go to Mount Vernon School?
Well, because all my family, they were going Cedar Valley.
Cedar Valley School.
Yes, all my family, them. Kenneth, the whole of them. Kenneth, Sammy, Miguel, the whole of them were going.
So you call the name Kenneth. So who was Kenneth? Kenneth
Dixon.
Kenneth Dixon from Mangoro.
Yeah.
And who was
they
Kenneth?
They live in Mangoro. They live from Mount Vernon.
Oh, there was even Mount Vernon as well.
Yeah.
Oh, because when I know Kenneth,
Tommy.
they was living down Mangoro.
Yeah, that's when he moved from the west time married and moved go down there.
Ah.
Yeah, when he married, he moved buy that piece of place from one lady named Mommy.
Right.
Mommy.
I know where Kenneth them whole yard used to be
Yeah.
up on Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
And the Cherrington them was lower down.
That's it, just beside, just
yes,
beside.
yes.
The Cherrington them, and then
Kenneth.
Pappy Dixon, and then the man in them.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
And then coming up, you have
the Headward.
Sally on the right hand side.
Coming up, the Headward them.
Yes.
The Headward them on the left
hand side.
That's our brother Wall, mother and father.
Yes,
and,
yes.
And sisters them.
Uh-huh.
On your left hand, and then straight up, the Gilling.
Ah.
The Gillings them.
Yeah.
And then come up a little bit more, my grandmother, the Davis. The Davis and the Muir.
Okay, because the Muir is my family.
Yeah, I know, the Davis
Yeah.
and the Muir. Because my grandmother bought that piece of place from Uncle Bob, from your grandfather, mother and father. The big tomb that was there.
Right, right.
That's your grandparent, great grand.
Okay.
The big tomb.
Okay. So did you relate it to Sister Lee?
I'm a granny.
Sister Lee was the granny?
Yeah.
And she did have a shop?
Yeah?
Sister Lee did have a shop?
No, she don't have no shop.
So where the Edwards them used to live?
The Headward them?
Yeah, used to live. On the right hand side where Sister Lee house.
No.
Where's Sister Lee house again?
No.
I'm getting mixed up.
No. The Headward them, before you come up to my granny,
Uh-huh.
the Headward them had to leave the Dixon, and then the Manning, and then the Headward them, and your left hand. Right? Coming up. Then when you come up more now, you meet the Gilling them.
Right.
And then you come up a little bit more, is my grandmother.
Okay.
The Davis, you have to call it the Davis. My grandmother was Davis, right at the level there, so with the muir them, the whole of that big place span, they now go right up on your two side the road.
So when you were going to school with my mom, where would my mom live at the time?
Mango Row.
She was living in Mango Row.
Born and grew same place where you
where my grandmother and Uncle Johnny.
That's right.
Right.
Because Johnny moved out with Margaret, because Margaret a Headwood.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And go out there and bought that piece of place and build him house and married and lived there. That's where he having children there.
Right, right. So my mother lived there for all the time.
Yeah, all the while.
Okay, so
all of them.
Because my mother used to go to Jones Pen to buy load to carry go to town go sell.
Yeah.
And that's how my father was living in Jones Pen, Baton Jones Pen.
Yeah.
And that's how
Father
my father met my mom.
Oh.
And then ended up come over to Mango Row.
Yeah.
And then bought that piece of land from Ferdy.
Oh.
Because Ferdy and my mom, they're related.
Yeah. Ferdy a cousin.
Ferdy Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
a cousin.
Yes.
Yeah, cousin.
So my mother bought a piece of land from Ferdy.
Yeah.
And that's where they built the house. And that's where
Yeah.
Wow, small world, man.
Yeah.
Small. It was really nice meeting you lot.
Yeah.
Because if I never meet you, I wouldn't know these things.
Yeah.
Wow. And then the way I get to meet you, I have to put this because people want to know how I meet you.
Yeah.
Because I never know you from Jamaica.
No.
And it's so funny.
It's only your mother.
It's so funny that I park up my car and sit in my car and your daughter was passing and she just come over and said to me, because I have a Jamaican flag in the car.
Yeah.
She come over and she said to me, "Are you Jamaican?" And I said, "Yes." She said, "Where in Jamaica are you from?" And I said, "St Thomas." "Where in St Thomas?" I said, "Cedar Valley." He said, "But my mom is from Cedar Valley." And the conversation just goes on, and then I end up meet you. And then the story just
going on.
Just going on.
Yeah.
And look what happened today.
Yeah.
It's like a renewal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like a renewal. Yeah.
Wow.
And leaving from where your mother never bought that piece of place yet, because we were going to school together. Right? Ferdy piece.
Yeah. So she was living over the whole yard.
Ferdy older than us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So your family them now in Mango Row, who is you related to up there? You related to the Dixon. You related to the Dixon.
Yeah.
And who? What's in our family?
Me not have no more family.
Only the Dixon.
Only Dixon.
Right. So Albert Dixon is your brother.
Yeah.
And Kenneth Dixon
brother
is your brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So there's a lot of family from the Dixon side of family, which I know the younger side of the Dixon.
Yeah.
Because
children.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Children.
Because the Kenneth Dixon,
Kenneth have about 8 children.
I can't remember, but I know she have a big daughter named Cadet. And Boy Blue. NN.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't remember all of them names off the top of my head. Boy Blue.
Boy Blue are the first one.
The first one, and then Cadet.
Yeah, and Cadet the second.
That to Mum.
Yeah.
Do you want a hot drink?
No, not that. I have one before. I have one already.
Yeah, okay.
But that's it.
Tea,
for you.
tea, that's yours, Mum.
Yeah.
But you said you wanted a cup of tea.
Yeah, babe. Get me no, babe.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Right. So
Galia Kelly married to the Kessler a Grove.
Right. So the Castle them, they come from Grove.
Yeah, they come from Grove.
But some of them used to live up on Mount Vernon as well.
Yeah.
You know what we call
because Tagali picked them name Castle.
Right.
Time them, the whole of them are Castle.
Right. Where we have this thing called rock up on Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
Fancy on a tree.
Yeah.
Like
me I tell you Tagali house there. Yeah. But Tagali Kelly. Tagali Kelly. Tagali, your mother, Margaret, and another 2 more other sister, and the brother them, Hilton
Kelly,
Hilton father,
yeah.
Hilton father, and And some were 4 brothers them.
Mm-hmm.
And one named Bra, him tall and big.
No, I never know.
Bra, so he got married to one castle up of Grove as well.
Yeah, I think those are the castles that didn't move up to Rock and live lately. Frankie Castle.
Yeah,
Frankie Castle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sagali son.
Ah, yes.
Frankie and Sagali son, you know.
Right.
Sagali have Philip, Frankie, Sam, which is Emily, Stella, the last one, and then Elsie, Susan, Matilda. Matilda married to Edward, and they did not childbirth out of there.
Right. Okay. So what I want to ask you is about your growing up, what it was like as a child growing up in Jamaica. As a child growing up in Jamaica, what was it like? Can you remember your childhood days growing up?
We were just loving, kind to one another and so forth. Visit one another because with our school, we love one another. We are pastor, go out, we are call. Are you ready for school? And so, and ready, and if those that live further than when they're ready, them are wait to see who we that come in. And we all go to Cedar Valley School together.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we know that your journey was far. As you said,
Very far.
How many miles you said it was?
God have mercy. We never have measured it, but it's far.
It's far.
Far.
So what did you have to do in the morning before you go to school?
In the morning, you wake up. We take the bucket and we go to the tank and bring water. And after we come with parents, we meal ready. And we have our breakfast with a porridge or fried dumpling and that ackee and saltfish. And we eat and we wash our foot. We go put on our clothes and they give we breakfast. Some children carry breakfast in tin and some not carry breakfast. Some carry the money, then give them the money, 2p. 2p to them lunch.
Yeah, because I remember those days, if we carry a breadfruit or a piece of yam at school, we don't have to pay for lunch, we get free lunch.
That's right. Yeah. So we get that and they cut up cane and apple and all that kind of the bag. And we eat that. When we eat lunch, we eat that apple and cane and we share it. Them they will not carry, we give them piece of cane and apple. Yeah.
So
and evening when school over, we had to run to reach home. No plane. We run from school to go home.
Because you have to come home and do your chore.
Oh yes, you have to come home, go get your goat, bring home your goats from field, and do rabbit feeding. The boys them catch rabbit feeding who are rabbit, who not rabbit, and they have goat that just have young kid. They have to go pick cotton barra and bring home, come throw the goat.
So what's your weekend used to be like?
And then you have your dinner. And you're going and sit down do your homework.
So what's your weekend used to be like? Friday evening, Saturday, Sunday?
Well, most children go Friday school.
Go Friday school.
But me never go Friday school.
So what you do Saturday?
Friday and Saturday.
What you do Saturday?
We go on a market.
You go market? Okay.
Go market, go sell food.
Right.
Sunday now, we go church.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when do you get time to play out with your friend?
All along.
Right through.
Right through. Right through. With that school, we play with your friend. They have a time when they give you 3 o'clock recess. And you come out and you play ball and skip and so forth. And they give you 1 hour. Teacher give you 1 hour.
Okay.
And you hear the bell ring, you're going back.
All right.
Assembly.
There's a thing called, back home, they call it Dalios. Do you used to play Dalios?
Dalios? That's how when you get holiday. When you get school holiday. When you get school holiday.
Right.
You have all them games there to play.
So when you play Dalios, you have boyfriend and girlfriend and wife and husband. Did you play that game?
Mother and father.
Mother and father.
Mother and father. And children. Yeah. And we make daddy baby. We the girls soak, get the material and cut it in shape of the dolly baby. And we sew it up. And we stuff them with cotton. We stuff them with cotton and put it two of them there. To mother and father. And make one little dolly house. Make a little dolly house on that. Oh God. And we skip a lot and we are swing. With every home you go. You see swing type and tree. And you swing, when you're not going to school, you swing from morning till night come. Only when you are heat dinner. You're not swing. And when you go for a bucket of water, you not swing. But as you come back help from the bucket of water, you're in and you swing.
You see our life funny?
Yeah.
You know what days growing up? We never have what these children have now.
No.
We never have computer. We never have phone. We never have anything. But we was happy.
We were happy.
We were happy.
If we happy,
And now these children have everything.
No fighting. No fighting gone. When Cedar Valley School let out, and you see them, they don't where go down, so them the way I go up a grove, and them the way I grow on a betela gab and grow. You think, and all everybody are run for home. No fighting, no argument. And them they were stopping to study. They stopping to study. Oh, it was a very happy day. No fighting. No quarreling.
It's really nice to hear you talking about your growing up.
We glad to know when mango start a blossom. We Lord we happy so till.
Can mango come?
Oh Lord, mango come. And when mango beer. Sometimes the boy them a go to school and look up to see if any turn one in the bunch.
I carry salt at school and then peel it and heat and rub salt on it and eat them.
Lord have mercy. And when mango ripe, they pick mango some people place you can go in their place go pick them mango. Yeah, but sometimes the boy them stay around. Look now. And if they see a bunch of mango ripe, they go so boom. And it drop and by drop. Who they so run go pick them up and put in your bag and you can't ask you go down a pipe, you wash them up and put in your bag.
Sometimes you don't wash them, you just wipe them.
Wipe teacher always if a boy go to school with a mango pan in hand, pan in trousers side, he beat them, that's the time they get beaten. He beat them and he send them out a river. Go and get it clean. Yeah.
But, you know, I just said that it's so funny because when we were going to school, we wear short trousers.
Yeah.
Khaki trousers and khaki shirt.
Yeah, that's it.
But it was seam and clean and with bare feet.
Barefoot.
But with
shine.
coconut oil, rub the foot.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if you put a coconut oil on somebody, they crucify you.
Yeah. And when you hear up the boy pick the ear, because the hearing teacher you go
take the pen. And put the pen through the ear like this and it can't come up. Hey!
And if you hear if it not come up, teacher say no, go and get one comb your ear. And if you say we got teacher beside them, always a comb and brush. In a one cupboard inside there. And Vaseline and all that. Yeah man.
But our school days was nice. Our school days was nice. Our growing up days was nice.
It was nice, real good.
Yeah, it was nice.
Real good. And if any picnic ever rude to any big man or big woman at school, and they say, with a boy they name. And you hear them, we always not like tell upon one another. Because if once you hear how to with a boy they name, he might go right to teacher tomorrow morning about you. But sometimes we don't get the name. And when he go and stand up there, when he come in, he go say, teacher, that boy there speak a bad word to me. Yesterday I was talking to the boy and he speak a bad word to me. And teacher there say, what is the bad word? He write it on paper and hand it to teacher. And teacher call him out. And said, Bentley. I said, yes sir, come up here. And he come up here. And he said, who did you tell this word last night? He said, I didn't speak that word, teacher. Teacher David said, don't tell me. Tell me the truth. Oh, the boy bunks me, teacher. And that word slip out of my mouth here.
Oh!
Yeah, teacher, don't make I hear it again. Okay? I say, all right, teacher. Go call the boy. And he call him. He said, begging pardon.
Mm.
He said, sorry, Robert. I did. We don't start nothing about swear. There's a curse.
Okay.
Sorry, tell you that bad word. They say, sorry. And him say, then shake on. That's it.
Okay. Have you ever get beaten when you're going to school from teacher or the headmistress?
No, sir.
You never get beaten.
We don't get beaten at school.
Because you was good girl.
Oh, yes, more was bright in everything.
Okay. Have you any of your friend them you know if ever get beaten?
Oh, yes, no.
Not
And
beaten.
them, they will fight a road.
And punishment.
Yeah. And when they go, all the wheel of them, you see the wheel of them, they are green field, lot of them getting punishment.
So what type of punishment they get in
When
school?
they go to school, teacher calling them and put them behind the door.
Mm-hmm.
You have the big door. Put them behind the door, go kneel down.
Okay.
Kneel down and they stay there until 12 o'clock.
Half a day.
Yeah. Before they
So what happen if they get up?
No, they can't get up.
So if they get up, what happen?
They can't get up.
They-
Me never see none get up.
You never see them get up.
Me never see none get up.
So teacher said to you, so go behind that door, that
Yeah.
board, and kneel down on your
Kneel
knee.
there.
They give him a mat. They give him a mat door for kneel down on.
Kneel the tracks until 12 o'clock.
And a mat. They give him a mat.
Yeah,
Something to
and
kneel.
when 12 o'clock come, before 11 o'clock, he come around there. And him say, get up.
So do they give them a cushion to put their knee on?
No.
No cushion. And the concrete, the ground.
12 for we school me flooring.
Okay. Because we never, in my days, we never kneel down. What the teacher would do, then put us in a corner and make us stand up on one foot. And you have to take one hand and hold one foot and take one hand and hold the other ears.
A different story. Yeah. 2 days, they put them for kneel down.
Yeah.
Put them for kneel down.
Yeah.
Why?
And the-
But girl, then don't do that
Yeah.
to girl.
And when you get beaten, then tell you to hold out your hand like this.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
hold out your hand. And if you get 3 lick in your hand, you give 1, 2, 3. And if you miss one, you get it over your back.
Back. Well, that was it that time.
Yeah. Yeah. So when me go to school and me late, once me late, I never turn up to school because me know me will get punishment. So me will hide up at the bush until when break time.
Yeah,
You go in. So you don't get punishment at that stage.
No, most children are where they do.
Yeah.
When
And
they
we
late.
we used to have this thing where they say, if you tie broom weed and put stone on it, when you go to school and the teacher go beat you, the hand can't go up. But it not work. It not work.
No, sir.
You know, that just...
Well, if you live far, I like how me did live far. But me never late to school.
You still never late.
Because when you live far and you go in late, teacher see with you. Because you see the journey that you're coming from.
Oh.
And you always write letter to your mother to let you leave on time. Right? And when teacher asks, what you have to do? You say, as fowl a fly off a tree, teacher, we have to get up and take the zinc can and go tank. And we have to do two zinc can of water throw in the drum in the kitchen. And we have to come back and sweep out the house. And see. He said, what? Then what your mother do at daytime and your mother is at home? He said, no mind, we have to do that before we leave to come at school.
Okay, so one more question I want to ask you before we tie this up. When you were going to school, what name did you go to school under? What your friend call you?
Lulu.
They call you Lulu.
Lulu.
Okay.
Yeah, but me and you, Jenny.
You Jenny.
Yeah.
But then call you Lulu.
Yeah, but that's my pet name.
Okay. So, for my viewers, I met this lady. I know her as Mother Mac, but she go to school by the name of Lulu.
You, Jenny.
And I get to find out that she
Good friend name.
is the same age group almost like my mom. She went to school with my mom. And it's a pleasure meeting her and her children.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just come to do this little interview with her. And, you know, just to share a few of her life story, how life was like growing up in Jamaica. Because I know me and her age is very different, but we have different growing ups.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you're watching and you really have any memory of this growing up, I would like to know your feedback. because life is learning, and you know, a lot of children who growing up now need to realize what the whole of people go through when they was growing up.
Yeah.
Because now if you even ask a child now to do something, they tell you in a minute, in a minute, in a minute. And you have to keep begging them. In our days, we
No.
couldn't do that.